Hello everyone, I'm Greycloak, thank you for joining me, and welcome back to episode 477 of Factorio with the C-Block mod, where you might notice that our UPS has gone up to around 35 or something like that. And that is because I have gone into the editor and have just reduced a lot of the size of a lot of the outposts, and just made everything as fast as it can be, at least with the current builds. So we just have a lot less machines making just about the same output as earlier. We still have a lack of copper, as you can see. Still have 6 trains going in there, or waiting there. But yeah, I've just been removing a lot of machines, trying to make everything as small and efficient as possible. Same with charcoal and stuff. It's a little surprising that this isn't fully producing full belts, but I'm not sure why that is. Maybe we're just building up backups of everything here. Something like that. Doesn't matter. I might have made mistakes every now and then, causing some things to just stop production at some point, but we'll fix that if we have to. I've also removed most of all the starting production, because that was a lot of machines that we didn't necessarily need. Only problem with that is, now we don't have any uranium production, so we will run out of uranium-238 at some point, which means we'll run out of nuclear fuel. So that's something we really have to fix. So I will just start putting things in here to remember, because there's more stuff that we need to fix in the near future. I want... Do I just want uranium, or do I want the full things? Maybe we'll just mark uranium fuel cells. Other than that, we also got, well, a lot of belts in here. And I'm probably gonna forget half of them. But I know we need bronze and brass, which we haven't made at outposts yet. And then there's stuff like aluminium that we should get in from the train stations over here as well. Everything should come in from this, or these train stations, I guess. Except that newer stuff that we are okay just bringing in over here. So yeah, we need to work on a bunch of stuff. Let's just mark down brass and bronze. Wait, did we make one of those already? I'm forgetting. I feel like I was doing that, but I might be wrong. We have a station for brass? Without it, with a train, okay. Oh wait, this is exporting brass. Okay, that's probably what I remember then. This will not be able to keep exporting that stuff. Stop using that one. Get this. Do brass. Plate. And how about bronze? We need that. We have Invar, we have a bunch of stuff. How about something like concrete? No? Or reinforced concrete, I guess. Start. Bronze first. Do I want that in its own thing? I'm not sure. We can do that, I guess. Maybe this will just be our wish list. And this just ties nicely together with reinforced concrete. They used most of the same stuff, it's just added steel. And I'm probably forgetting a lot more stuff. This needs to come in. We are producing that externally. We need to take care of this stuff, I think, except that it's only meant or coming from science. And we're not really doing science anymore. We had gold, Invar, cobalt steel. We probably are going to need all of the metal catalysts. Coming in, but we are producing that, so that's not really a problem. Solder needs to come in. But first we should probably secure our power production with some uranium fuel. Also, having gone in an editor and fixed things meant that I had to redo all of these requests. I haven't actually made any junk requests, I see, or trash requests. That's too bad, but it also means that all of the, or at least I think it means that all of the defaults in here has gone out the window. So everything has been reset, I would guess. These should be higher tier. And more of these if possible. Good, so far so good. We don't need a lot of these for just 1 per second. But we also need some of this for nuclear fuel. Or am I wrong about that? No, I'm not. Why isn't it in here then? Is my research reset? No. Oops. I think I clicked the wrong thing. I clicked input, I think. Yeah, or ingredients. So we want some of that as well. If we want 1 of that per second, we need a lot more of this, but it's not really that much still. So how about we just start by wanting 60 of this per second? And this means we only need half a setup for it. So maybe we should go to 220. Oh, 120, sorry. Because that means... Oh, apparently my settings for the in-game editor has also been reset. So we can't go in there. My blueprints might have been messed up. Unless this has been up to date. It seems to have been updated. Good. So we still have our blueprints for making crystals. Can't really see a lot here though. But wait, what happened with the book? Didn't I put the book down here? No, I didn't. Okay. If we have 120 what are they called? Electrolyzers in here, we should be able to make 120 ore per second. I should really uninstall FNE, because I keep hitting that. At least I do right now. But 120 ore is enough for 2 of these setups. Well, 2 crystal setups. And then we have another half setup for this. I mean, we could go to 240 as well. Have a full setup for each of these. But that's just going to tank our UPS again, and we don't really need that, I don't think. It would be nice if we actually had a blueprint to make crystals that didn't require a double setup, but just a single setup, like with, well, the raw resources. Half of this setup, I mean, or half of this for crystals. But that's not something I'm going to do now. I am just gonna aim for the 120 uranium per second though. I'm just gonna double check this stuff, because I am known to make mistakes. But 60 of those, so half of a crystal setup, is enough to produce the resources for the crystals. Yes, this is more than 60, but we're okay with that. Okay, I really need the editor back, so can we figure that out again? Mod settings. Editor extensions. Is that what I want? Do I need to go out and control click single player? Maybe. I'll do that between episodes if I have to. Okay, I'll look into that between episodes. I didn't think that through. Let's just think a little bit more here. While I made some improvements to the UPS, also the last rockets with dry drug structure components and assembly components launched, so now we have a new quest here, whatever you want to call it, a new goal to make all of this stuff. And that'll be for later. Again, we need our power supply running first. I just want to have a quick look in here with how much of this stuff we can make. All components we need 10 of, we can do that easily. Spaceship thrusters, we need 4 of, we can do that. We can do this. We need 2. We can do that. We need 1. Life support, we can do, and need how many? 1. Command center, we need 1 of, and we can do it. Astronomics lab, we need 1, and we can do that as well. So I think it's just the FTL drive we need to research, and that's a long way away. We need to go through all of this stuff before we get it at the end here. So yeah, we have some long-term goals on that. But I'm gonna hide that, because it's not going to be for a while. We need to fix the things that I've destroyed first. And I guess we should just get going then. Why do I keep hitting that? For everything. So I'm thinking we make uranium over here. That should be simple. And I just want to get going with it, I guess. Now, a thing I didn't actually touch is up puffer farming, and that could have probably been a good improvement to do, but there was a lot of production over there that I haven't touched in a while, like the artificial puffer atmosphere farming and other things. Raw gas and acid gas production. And I didn't really want to just redesign that to make it more efficient without recording it, I guess. We're fine to do it here, right? This is just green science, red science. Yep. Do we have enough space here? If we do something like that, we can use this whole generator area. That should be fine. Good. I need to set up the shortcuts or the hotkeys down here. Everything feels so nice and crispy just with 30 FPS instead of the 25 we had, or 35 FPS. It's just been so low for so long that I've gotten too used to it. And it'll probably get low again, let's be honest. We are going to need to produce more copper, more uranium, more everything, if we want to do the researches for the FTL drive. Dang, does it feel good at the moment. Okay, let's get some stuff put into the hotkeys. How do I usually do that? This in there, inserters, underground, splitters, and power poles. And less used things just go there. I do need this a lot. At least I feel like I need it enough for us to put it down there. Let's do repairs as well. And I don't know about the rest for now, so let's just leave that for later. Move these out of the way a bit. I just put them here, let's use that. Do we need anything as input here? We shouldn't, right? I really need to get some junk set up. Requests, I mean. Just want it out of the way a little bit, as always. So start it down here. Don't want any of those. Actually, I'll just put in the stuff that I see right now. We don't want wood. And we don't want artifacts. And of course we want 0 of all of that. Oops. And this will just be an ongoing process. I'm not gonna go through everything now. Just every time I have something new I don't want. Like this. And that. And that. And these. Did I not set this up correctly? No. Okay. Good. That's a start. Actually, we also have some ammo from when I spawned after editing stuff. Good. How much space are we going to need? It's 1.5 times this. So about 1.5 times this area, I guess. Did we use all of the ammo? And there's no more ammo in the train, right? No. And we need a lot more space, so we will have to go back for more ammo. Okay. Plane's there. Need more landfill? I think we might. So let's try and remember to grab that as well. Landfill. Good. We can just pop the rest in the train. Just need a tiny amount more space. And also, if we don't need... Dang it. Get rid of that mod, please. If we don't need this for anything other than this, we should include that in the build. We also need this. We might need more plutonium production as well. Could also make plutonium fuel instead of uranium fuel. I know I've looked into this so many times, but I believe that is just going into the same reactors, right? Because there's no plutonium reactors, there's just normal reactors and thorium and deuterium. And this takes uranium and plutonium, I'm pretty sure. It says it consumes uranium, but that is not something I can believe is the only thing. So then we have 2 uranium things, 2 thorium things, and 2 deuterium things. And there's still uranium in the plutonium as well. And it's just 5 times more dense. And we can use a lot of the uranium-235 and 238, or just a lot of the 238, I thought. Yes. So we use this to produce some to start with, and then we can enrich 238, I guess. So we're not gonna mark this as something we need. But we'll mark it. No, that's thorium. This needs to go into these. This will go into bobbing about enrichment. Sure. And that'll go into plutonium fuel cell. But most of this can just be done by a robot in front of all the uranium processing, I think. We probably just need to handle this as part of the build. So we just leave some space for this stuff. How much does 120 get turned into here? Nowhere near that. Just about 20 per second. So that's easily managed by robots, sure. So we should actually do that, I guess. And then say 0 here, because we don't really want that as output. Guess we can say 21. Whatever. We just scale for this stuff. Oh, we should just say 20 still. Good enough. Yeah, we're not really gonna do this here, I don't think. So no, that. We would like to reserve some space here, then let's just reserve a token amount, I guess. We leave all of this space alone. Which means we need about twice the length. Which I guess is about to there. Almost. So we just go to the edge of that island when we have killed the worms, and then we should be good. So that should do it. Oh, but we need a little bit more space to handle the uranium. Stop going in there. So 14 of those, but that is with a low amount of beacons. I think this should be a lot better. 6. We want to reserve more space. We have a lot of space for anything we want here, so no, we do not want more space. I don't think, at least. This should be crystals. You are done now. Let's get the train over. Fuel training, I guess. Uranium. Fuel. Now, I just thought, I had a thought that we're currently just importing the uranium-235 here. So we don't want to make the uranium fuel, or what's it called, nuclear fuel here. We just want to export it, but that's still fine. We're calling this uranium, sure. Uranium fuel. Empty all time. And it is coming now, anyway. Good. Up there. Here. So turn that off. And let's put most of the stuff back in there. Thank you. And let's make power over here. As so many times before, I'll just help a little bit with power. Let me through, please. Oh. Good. And help a little with water. And put this down again. And then we need another half of the setup. And we can't copy from unknown space. So we'll just help a little bit more. Let's just keep one space or one tile in between those builds. Good, some nice extra charging. And we need some water there. And some water out here. Good. Do need iron in for filters and stuff, but I think I might just steal that. And more importantly, we need to fix all of the recipes, but maybe we should get the iron in first and start filter production. Which I should just steal from somewhere else. Because the output is limited here, I thought. No? Really? Isn't it supposed to be so we don't flood the system? Well, there isn't really a possibility of flooding, I don't think, but... well, maybe it's okay. Let's leave it. Except I want to have it more like this instead. I'm out of power poles. And I said iron. Where did I leave my plane though? In there. Good. And we can just go down here for the iron, I guess. As well as some filters to get everything started. We also need the sulfur, but we have that in the train, I think. We also had a problem with sulfuric acid production, so we need more sulfuric wastewater. And maybe that means that we need barrels coming in. But I'm not gonna act on that just yet. Actually, maybe I am gonna act on that. We're just gonna put this up there and then we're going to see if we still have sulfuric acid problems. I'm not gonna put the sulfur in before I have the recipes set up correctly though. We are low on sulfuric acid, yes. So we need to bring in more sulfuric wastewater. So we should export it from here in barrels into a train. So we do need barrel production. So we should get a barreling stuff train. These are limited, yes, and yes. I want those to get started. It's not really that important, but it should help. So we go steal some steel, I guess. Yeah. Wait, I just went past it. Oh, that's a good start. Apparently I shouldn't have taken all of the power poles, but hopefully that's fixable. Good. Barrels done. Let's fix some of these recipes here. And let's pin this. Without most of the stuff though. I can figure it out from here, sure. So, actually this part is correct. We need stereotype then. You will get purple things. And these belts have been updated with the water coming in by pipe, that's good. We need sulfuric acid in here. That should be okay from local production. I think that's it. For this, no, we need to fix this as well. 2 rows of these for stereotype. And we need to fix geode processing. And I just saw that we need some storage space. Did I forget anything? Now this is just being wasted. That should really go back into... I thought we had a barreling pump here to... did we remove that from the blueprint? So just have one here that imports stuff. Not one that exports it. I guess I did think at a time that I had more than enough wastewater. But I do need... I guess we'll just redesign this. We do need more of the stuff. Cell, ferric, wastewater, fill, barrel. Only passively provide. And we need this in all the builds. No, the other way around. Output. Best barrels 400. Mirror it up here. And in there. This should be allowed to just output the barrels, right? Because it only gets here if we don't need it locally. It only gets back in here if we do need it locally. So this will fill up with 400 barrels and then everything else is okay to be exported. And any overflow gets in there and in there. Oh, here, wherever. This wastewater. you need to be rupite before I start doing something stupid though. So this does need to be clarified. And we need nitric acid here. Okay. Let's finish with these before we do everything else, I think. Everything else here is fine, I think. No, these needed update. Nitric acid empty. Which means we need canisters, so we do need barreling stuff. We should probably just get it started right away. Do we have a blueprint for that? No, just a train. I am just gonna start with one of the liquids though, input. Because that uses the space a little bit better. So we need nitric acid in. And we need sulfuric wastewater out. But we might as well put the barreling stuff right here. And then output of sulfuric wastewater here. Uranium. Nitric acid. And this is just sulfuric waste water overflow with a limit of 1 train. And we should have a train for that up here somewhere. That we can copy paste. We really need is the barrel stuff. And this should be fine. And then nitric acid needs to get going as well. Time. And uranium. Empty, go. Did we fix all of this? Not entirely. So all of this is saccharide, then we have stereotype, rupite, and that needs to go there as well. This needs to handle these, I think. Teal, and teal. Good. So we can release this into the system. This is nitric acid canister. Good. Barreling stuff cannot be mixed like this. This needs to be sulfuric wastewater emptying. That might be a little bit early to try to export that, but hopefully it's okay. Do we have production going? We have slag. We have slag slurry. Oh, we need charcoal in for the filters. I apparently have forgotten a lot of stuff. It should be okay to just do that with robots, right? Sure. If anything, we're just gonna get one belt in there, which we can easily do with these. Uranium, charcoal. Also, did I actually send this? I did, okay. Charcoal, full all time. Charcoal, empty, go. Okie dokie. So if we just had some coal, we could get stuff going. So let's go and grab or steal some coal as well. Oh, we need some catalysts, I think, as well. Could we just steal some plastic as well so we can get the barrel and canisters going? I guess that would be a good idea. We need bottles and maybe? No? Do we? This is in canisters. Sulfuric wastewater is in barrels. It should be fine, I think. Okay. Did we use all of our iron already? I think we did. But more iron is coming right there. Good. So, production is happening slowly now. We need sulfuric acid in here before it can start up though. But it should be able to do that by itself over many cycles. Just need some canisters in here and they are coming. And it should just mean that we export some extra sulfuric wastewater if we No, that should only be if we can't use this, I guess. And we can use all of the sulfuric wastewater, so never mind that. There was one thing about sulfuric wastewater coming from here that we would rather export as well. I did have the opportunity to export it from here earlier. We could reintegrate that, or we could try and get it in here. As this is a waste. And I think that makes sense. It's potential extra work for the robots, but I'm okay with that. This is a somewhat small setup. And we mirror that here. And I guess we just power it in both locations for consistency. So with more canisters we should get more sulfuric acid out. And with more sulfuric acid we should get more crystals. Nitric acid is fine. Steratite and sapphirite is fine. Good. So we need to sort that and do stuff with it here. But unfortunately, that's all we have time for in this episode. So thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.